Yo, how you doing? Hope everybody's all right. So, last time I climbed a tree was probably about 15 years ago. And today I found this tree that's quite easy to climb, he says, trying to balance on it. Uh, and yeah, it's just like having a bit of a different perspective on things. Do you know what I mean? Because like when we're low level on the ground all the time, a lot of people tend to look at the floor, and it's like, why do you look at the floor? Question yourself, why do you look at the floor? Why don't you look up and see what's happening? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's a different view. So like I'm up here at the moment and I can experience different things. I can see the actual tree swaying. I can feel, it's just a different view. It's a different perspective. And, I think that sometimes it's really healthy to get a different perspective. So if you've kind of like thought, oh, well, talking's not for me, or, this ain't for me, or that ain't for me, try a different perspective. Do you know what I mean? Challenge yourself. I'm like 47 now, and I'm still climbing trees. And, for me, there's a bit of adventure there, but it's about getting out and, not just looking at the ground. It's about getting up and looking out and seeing what's about. And all I can see is other trees at the moment. There's nobody else around. But it feels good to be up here. It feels good just to be climbing trees. And it feels like it brings back a bit of the youth. Do you know what I mean? And it's probably going to be a different story getting down. But I'm up here now, you know what I mean? And it's like, if I had a bit more time, I'd probably like chill up here for a little bit longer. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's great. I love it. And I think there's a real need to break free from like what the norm used to be, because the norm for a lot of people is working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, getting hammered at weekend, and then doing it all again. And then that becomes like that cycle that just goes round and round, and people don't do anything to break it. It's what they come to expect, and it's like, if you want something new out of life, you've got to be prepared to challenge yourself, and you've got to be prepared to take them risks, and it's kind of, every time I do a video, for me, it's a bit of a risk, because I think, oh, well, I'm giving people a bit more of an insight into my life and stuff. But I'm quite happy to do that. I'm quite, willing to do that. Because if this message about talking yourself well, finding balance and investing in mental wealth is to get out, it's what I've got to do. And I fully believe in the talk ourselves well. Talking myself well, for 21 years. It's 23 years ago that I actually heard the saying. And on various levels, and don't get me wrong, I've fucked up. I've fucked up so many times, it's unreal, unbelievable, but I'm not being prepared just to think, right, well, that one fuck up defines my life, because it doesn't. Do you know what I mean? It really doesn't. It's about moving forward, it's about learning, it's about growing, it's about taking the risk, it's about the challenge, and if you are in a mentally ill place, or you're mentally unhealthy or whatever, challenge yourself to do a little thing, just one thing a day, or one thing a week, or one thing a month to start with, and then just keep improving and invest, in that mental wealth for yourself. If it's not for you, it's for your kids. We are role models, do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, if we're not feeling it and we have kids, I'm telling you now, they pick up on that vibe. They certainly do. So it's just a bit of food for thought while I'm like halfway up a tree, like hanging out this tree. Do you know what I mean? So, sort yourself well, find a balance, invest in your mental wealth. Peace.